Hey y'all, this is Tyler Blake from TylerBlakeArt.com again, and this is day 48 of my 100 days of making comics. Excuse me. So this morning, I've talked about my little brush pen issues over the last couple days, and I a lot of the time I'm working on my work at work on my breaks. And so I have some just bottles of ink and a Winsor Newton Series 7 brush pen that I bought because I was watching Jake Parker's videos, both the stuff that he puts up for free on YouTube, and I'm a student at svslearn.com, and he's got some really good inking classes on there. And anyway, he was talking about how he really likes the Winsor Newton Series 7, and it's the brush that Bill Watterson used to do Calvin and Hobbes. And I don't know, I might have been 7 or 8 or something like that when Calvin and Hobbes came out, so that was like a big part of my childhood, right? And especially, like, Spaceman Spiff was like, one of my favorite things, or when, I loved that comic strip, so I was like, well, you gotta try that brush out. That's like a celebrity endorsement, right? So I had bought some ink at Hobby Lobby to try out and forgot about it. And it was a Yatsumoto brand, and I actually kind of hated that ink. It was like drying out really fast, and I felt like it was just kind of caking on. Like, I would dip it, do a little test line, and then when I'd get like a little bit of a line, and then it was like dry brush. And it was just kind of gumming up, and so I tried thinning it out with water. I just added a couple drops of water, and then it was getting kind of more like gray, because it was like. So I rinsed out my inkwell, and I just started using a Dr. Martin's waterproof ink, and it was like instant improvement. So. I was like, is this the brush or is this the ink? So I was like, well, I'll try a different ink, and I liked it way better. So, anyways, I was just going back on page 2 and adding in this character here right there, has black hair, and I realized I hadn't really done my spotting blacks, and to be honest, I really hadn't thought about what else was going to be black, like, belts, baldricks, boots. I'm not really sure yet. I just haven't really thought about it, but I knew for sure his hair was going to be black, because that was just always the way I pictured him. So I was just kind of going through and doing that with the brush. And then this will show up. I actually started that on, I started with the brush and the Yatsumoto ink on page 3 here. And let me see if I can get this close enough. Oops, switch sides. You can see how this, or maybe you can see how this looks a little more washed out and gray, and I think it shows up more here. And I actually don't mind that look on here, but when I scan this and I do it as black and white only, I'm a little bit worried about, is that going to show up? I like washes, so I think that's a pretty good effect on here, but I might, if some of that gets lost in the scan, then I might just do some light washes to recapture that. But anyway, that's what I got done so far. And I think I'm probably going to keep up with I'm gonna when I'm at home, what I was thinking I'll do is I'll keep up with the Winsor Newton brush and the Dr. Martin's ink. I actually have several other inks that I either haven't tried or forgot, and probably should have taken notes on what I liked and what I didn't like, but I'm kind of annoyed that because the Yatsumoto thing is kind of a big bottle, and I'm not really sure if I can use it for anything now, so I'm like, me? But anyway, and what I was thinking about is maybe while I'm here at my office, because I don't have a great setup with, I have like a cheap little easel, but it moves when I'm trying to ink in it, and it irritates me, so maybe I'll just use my technical pens and do some of the little texture touches while I'm here. I also have, I'm going to go ahead and just take a second to showcase my other project I'm working on. So this is not anything to do with 100 Days of Making Comics. I also am doing illustrations for a classic tale of terror from Edgar Allan Poe called The Facts in the Case of M. Valdemar. And this is about a scientific experimentalist who dabbles in hypnotic mesmerism. And it occurs to him that no one has tried to mesmerize someone at the point of death. And how would that affect the whole process? And he happens to have a friend who's terminally ill. I believe he has tuberculosis. So, I'm doing a series of illustrations for that. I might have talked about this a little bit on one of my other videos, I'm not sure. So here we have the mesmeric passes going on. And you have assorted positions, the narrator and some nurses reacting. And this, if you're squeamish, you might want to look away, hide your kids. And this is, I'm doing this faithfully to the story, so this is the way Poe described the early results of the experiment. So, and then I'm actually not going to show the last. I wonder if I'm going to heavily censor this. Yeah, that's all I'm going to show. Okay, so I'm going to be subscribers to my email list, which you can get on at my website, tylerblakeart.com. I have an email list called the Galactic Council of Tyler Blake Art Fans. And anybody who's a subscriber on there is going to get a free digital PDF with the story, which is in public domain, and the finished illustrations. So if you are interested, and if you've never read the story and you're interested in it, tell you what, sign up for the email list. Don't read the story until the pictures come out, because then, you'll get to experience everything together. So, anyways, I'm going to get back to 100 Days of Making Comics now, and tomorrow I'm sure I will just have more inks to show. So thanks for watching, and I will see y'all later. Bye.